people are not always in control of emotions. They get tangled, but God's emotions are exactly as he wants to communicate. He's not acting, but being. Being is when his will is done. Ability is limited from above, and so we see a one-way direction in God, because the will never has to reflect back to the abilities or the bondage to the lack of ability. Therefore, there's no pay in God. Pay is defined as frustration, like wrath. It's okay to say that he does those things after the counsel of his own will, because that's not frustration. But PS uses a double negative to cancel it out anyway, and leaves only room for confusion. Of course, this frustration is what they use to prove PS. They say that his mercy and justice can't get along without it. Propaganda, I'm telling you. But it is not an axiom that something can prove itself. On the contrary. So PS goes unproved, unless there really is frustration in God, which actually isn't without it. We know there can't be frustration in God unless there was PS. Therefore, PS cannot be proven by that. The frustration should be accredited to us instead. PS puts it on God. PS thinks God pays what's in him. I think God pays what's outside of him. I think his disposable body was basically an acceptable animal to rid sin. We're not cruel to our bodies or animals. PS thinks God beats the lamb with retribution, and the lamb pays a suffering required to satisfy. This keeps sin in God. They admit he also removes it after this toleration. So some pen subs mean that he feels all the wrongs we did, but in this box, better pen subs would say whatever he felt was enough to satisfy for the feeling of what we did wrong. Even better pen subs, thirdly, who have no weight, say it was only his death which satisfies for us burning in hell. But it leaves this idea of substitution for a circular satisfaction theory.